Hey, hey, rebels. It is time to roll out your mat, take a big deep breath, and let's drop into this week's challenge. Have you guessed what it is yet? Yoga, baby. Yeah.
Yes. So before you roll your eyes and say, I'm not a yoga person," just listen up. This isn't about pretzel yoga poses. This isn't about chanting namaste at a mountaintop. You absolutely can if you want to, or dropping $100 on leggings. Yoga is about biology, breath, recovery, and nervous system regulations. Yes.
Yeah. So, translation is not about touching your toes, it's about touching your life.
Mm, yeah. So we might as well just start with some myth busting.
Yeah.
Let's just get that out of the way, okay? So we want to call BS on a few things that we hear a lot. I'm not flexible enough for yoga.
Mm.
That's like saying you're too dirty to shower, okay? Flexibility, yes, it is the point and you can work to it, but there are so many degrees of it for sure, okay? Yoga's not a workout.
I agree, bro.
Yeah, it's right? I mean, I've been holding poses like, "Does this teacher hate me?" So it builds strength. It builds balance, whoo, big one, endurance, and it trains our nervous system. They say so many times who you are on the mat is who you can be in the rest of your life, right? Are you breathing through a pose? Are you finding the calm and stillness when your legs are on fire? Last one, we hear this about everything in life. I don't have time. If you're scrolling Instagram longer than 5 minutes, before you even get out of bed, you have time to do yoga. You don't need to do it for an hour.
No. And yoga doesn't care if you can do a handstand, it doesn't care if you do more than 5 minutes. It cares if you can breathe, if you can stretch, and if you can show up for yourself. Zero judgment.
Mm, no judgment. No judgment. And let's get nerdy. Let's get nerdy. We love being nerdy. Here's why stretching and yoga matter more than you think. So circulation and recovery, right? We're stretching, blood's flowing. It's faster healing and less soreness when we're getting the blood pumping and nutrients being brought to where it needs to be brought to. Brain boost. Ah, yay. More oxygen. We can focus more. We have a calmer mood. It also raises GABA, which is our chill out neurotransmitter. They sell them in a bottle, but you can also just do yoga. Hormones and stress. Okay, ladies, listen up to this. All right. So, all the hormones, but yoga lowers cortisol, okay? Stress hormone. It can also help with blood sugar, balancing blood sugar, helps with all hormones, inflammation. It's great for sleep. You can do some yoga to relax before you go to bed at night because it regulates our nervous system. We're breathing, right? And movement activates our vagus nerve so that we can move out of fight or flight, lovely, and into reset and or rest and digest, excuse me. So you're either in fight or flight or rest and digest. And then last, detox and immunity. So our lymph system needs a pump. It needs to get moving with exercise. Yoga will move your lymph. It will clear the waste out. And it's just because of that, it supports immunity.
Absolutely. So, I mean, think about it this way. Yoga is free medicine, it's free therapy. You get better recovery, stronger immunity, happier hormones, which I mean, perimenopause, menopause, ladies, like how awesome would that be? Your cravings calm down, your brain feels sharper, more on point, and you have very few "I'm about to lose it" meltdowns. I mean, that whole menopause, perimenopause where you think, "Oh, I'm about to lose my shit." Um, do some yoga, incorporate it into a regular routine. I promise it helps. It helps me. It helps a significant amount of our clients, those of us with kids and those of us without kids.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, we're still crazy busy. So how does this work in real life as we're talking about being busy, okay? You don't need to be perfect. It doesn't need none of it needs to be perfect. We just want you to move. So at night, there's restorative yoga. You lay on pillows, blankets, and it's so like gold for your nervous system. It really helps calm down if you're thinking that yoga is all craziness. There is a vinyasa and flow. So there's breath and strength. That's a great energy booster. Like that one moves with each breath, and that can get your heart rate up. That can get you pumped up. Then there's yin yoga. Ah, I love yin. This is, it's really deep stretching. It's a lot of longer holds, so you could actually stretch out the fascia, which is like underneath your skin, kind of the webbing all over our muscles, and really stretching that out is huge. It can, yeah, yin can feel intense, but it's incredible.
It is. It's one of my favorites, and it's so hard for me to hold those poses because I constantly want to move. But
Mhm.
the way that my body feels when I'm done with a yin session is significantly better. Um, so even those of us ADHD hyperactive, you gotta do something. Find something that works for you. For me, yin with a teacher totally works. Um, my personal favorite is what we're calling rebel yoga, which basically is just roll out your mat, stretch what feels tight, breathe, rinse, repeat. No rules, okay? Inside of our membership, we actually built some structure and strategy around this to balance your nervous system and ease tired muscles. So you've got a stretch class every single week. And it's not necessarily based in yoga, not necessarily based in Pilates.
Hmm.
But stretching, it's important. Doing yoga makes it very easy to follow, to practice. You can look up yoga anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So cat and cow for spine, right? If you're like, what is she talking about? They'll be in the community or you can Google it. So there's twists for digestion, forward fold for calmness. There's hip openers for emotional release. I'm someone has super tight hips, had born with a hip issue, but that's another conversation. But we pair that with intentional breathing, inhaling oxygen, exhaling stress. So you've got therapy on your mat in your way. Mm,
Mhm. Exactly.
yeah. So I love that you brought up it's not just stretching because I had a client like that, right? She loved weights and hit. And I get it, right? Like we feel like we're in two different camps. We're either loving yoga or we're at the gym. Nope.
Mhm.
But she was also, like, sore and exhausted, and because she loved those, I'm like, "Maybe we just need to add in 10 minutes of yoga before bed, right? Just try it. What if it's, even 5 to start?" And within weeks, she was sleeping better, she was recovering faster from the workouts that she loves. We're not here to take away what you love and what's working for you. And her moods were calmer because she wasn't exhausted and crabby, like we were just talking about.
Yeah. I had one who thought yoga was a pagan ritual.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Um, I remember I was working at Gold's Gym and we were having a conversation at the end of her session as she was walking out. And I swapped yoga for stretching while I was talking to her because yoga is something everybody understands. They know exactly what you mean when you say yoga. Oh my gosh. The intense response. So when we were talking, I swapped saying yoga for stretching, and we started talking about stretching. Well, she after storming out, never talking to me again, I heard from another trainer that she actually did start stretching.
Oh,
Uh, Injuries healed. She finally committed to what her body actually needed, not just the workouts that she was doing inside of the gym. She was so good at her strength training routine, but she wasn't doing anything else, and just adding the stretches helped. And I don't know where she is now, but man, that was a lesson. So call it whatever you want. If yoga is not something that you believe in, that is perfectly fine. Call it stretching, call it breathing, and call it restoration. It doesn't matter. Just do it.
yeah. Yeah, and so me, like, I'm the chaos mom and, like, yogi, right? Like, I'm racing into class. It's 3 minutes of breathing in the car before pickup, right before Alex gets out of school. It's rolling around in my PJ on the floor, like, I'm in my PJs and stretching before bed, maybe a quick stretch in the morning. Um, so it doesn't need to look good from anyone on the outside. It just needs to feel good to you. And we talk a lot about this in our 90 days and in our VIP. What feels good to you? How can we lean on your strengths and get you in the place that you need to be? So, this week's challenge, if you choose to accept it, is 5 minutes a day of stretching, yoga, whatever you want to call it.
Yep. That's it. Stretch, breathe, move intuitively, follow a guided flow. Doesn't need to be pretty, and it doesn't need to be Instagram worthy.
Yeah, the point is consistency, right? Your nervous system and muscles love rhythm.
And messy is magic. We say this all the time. You do not need to be perfect. Do it messy. Perfect will come. Maybe. We're human. We don't really do perfect, but messy leads you to where you need to go. Just take those steps. And, post inside our community. We want to see your sweaty selfies. We want to see your favorite pose. Or, like, what if you do a holy crap, I just unlocked my hips moment?
Mm.
Because hips, they're emotional storage lockers. You will know if you unlocked your hips.
Mm.
All those emotions you've been holding on to, not wanting to feel, oh, you're going to feel them. So it's like weapons. Share.
Yes,
Feel
and remember yeah, and rebels, remember this it's yoga isn't about performance, it's just about reclaiming your body, your breath, and your nervous system.
Yes. When you stretch, you literally create space for blood, for breath, for healing, for you.
Yeah. So breathe, stretch, and rebel on.